Right, so the day has come. We've surprised the kids and we're going to go out on a whale shark tour, which is going to be so much fun. New episode time, we're off and we're heading up to Middle Lagoon out on the Cape Leveque Peninsula, the Dampier Peninsula there. We're just heading up the main road now. We've been travelling just outside of Broome, up about 150 k's. We came out here last year to Namarung Retreat and it was really awesome, but we couldn't get into any of the other places because it was so busy. So we've come back and we've actually got a spot now, so we're going to do 4 days at Middle Lagoon and 4 days at Pender Bay. Which should be really awesome. So we're going to be off-grid and off-water for 8 days. So we're all ready to go. We've got our bladder full, we've got our tanks full, we've got caravans full, everything's full of fuel. We're all good. So we're going to have 8 days up here. Going to do a bit of exploring, checking it out. But right now we're just getting the van ready. As you can see, it's a pretty cruddy sort of road. And it's like that for about another 40 odd Ks. So like I say, we came in here last year and it was pretty sandy, not too bad. But yeah, we're just going to drop the pressures down. Kate's in the van making sure it's all ready to go. Don't want anything falling off or falling out, so that's getting caravan proofed, getting corrugation proof. And then we're good to go. So let's get in there.
All good in here, ready to go. Got the fan on, make sure everything was closed, all our locks that are on the fridges and things. Ready to go.
Let's dump the pressures.
Straight away into the mud. Just what I love.
Yummer. They did have a bit of rain up here last week, like almost cyclonic sort of rain, so we've got to expect this sort of stuff.
They got like 150 mils or something, didn't they, in one night?
It's going to be a muddy old trip by the look of it, not a sandy, nice trip. I'm just going to have to go up the middle, I think.
Ground's solid though, isn't it? It's not really sloppy.
The good thing is it's nice red mud, it's not nice and clean.
Maximum impact.
Alright, so how's this for a nice spot? We're here at the ridge number 3. And why do you reckon it's called the ridge? That's why, because we're on the edge. How good's this? So yeah, they've got lots of campsites here, but then they've got some real special ones which are on the edge and are really cool. So yeah, if you can, book the ridge, because you get to see everything. How good's that?
So today we've just walked from our little camp up on the cliff there over to the lagoon area where the boat launch and everything is. So it's easy, like it's just a couple of minute walk just down to this other part, which is a really like protected little lagoon area and looks really pretty. We just walked past, there's a cafe here that's apparently open from 9 till 2 every day, but doesn't seem to be open today, so I'm not really sure what the go is on that. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be a nice little spot for us just to hang out and have a little swim. And this afternoon we're going to go back to the beach where we are on the ridge and do some fishing and really just chill out.
Try and catch a big one.
Try and catch a big one.
Hey guys, did you know that we're now doing stubby coolers and stickers? So if you want to help the channel, jump over to our Facebook page or Instagram page and send us a message. Cheers for that. Or anything. You can't drive on the beach here either, which is
no,
good
it's
and bad.
Just for boat launching. So
yeah.
obviously
Good to go around the corner there and set up for the day, but that's alright.
Yeah. Anyway.
Very cool. Beautiful
spot. This is an awesome spot just to hang out. Absolutely gorgeous. Check it out.
Through the fields of our past, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth, 107 days, but recalling it backwards. Our dreams holding us closer. Ooh, we can see so clear.
Alright, so today we're out actually, we've had to drive out, well me and the 2 kids, we've got Astor and Rafe in the car, we've had to drive out from where we are at Middle Lagoon to get some internet, to get some service. One thing, obviously when you're travelling full time, you do need internet every now and then for the kids' school. We've got to book some sites that we're going to further up the coast, and some of these places that you go to don't have any internet, no service, anything like that. So there are people, you can get the signal boosters, you can get those big aerials that you put on your Caravan that for your internet booster and things like that. We don't have any of that. We didn't really feel it was necessary. Most of the stuff with our kids' school is all on paper anyway, but there's some things where you've got to actually go online and watch videos of things and do all that sort of stuff, so it can be a bit annoying. But it's just one of those things we didn't really think we needed at the time. Probably in hindsight, if we got it, it would be a lot easier, but we've only had to really do this sort of thing every now and then. So what we've actually had to do, we've just driven out, so we're actually about 30 k's back from camp out on the main road, the Cape Leveque road. So it's not too bad, it's only a half-hour drive or something. So we've just popped out for the morning, just sitting on the side of the road, looking like we're broken down, but we're not. Anyway, so we're just doing some schoolwork, catching up on a few emails and just, yeah, things like that. So one of the bad things or the downsides to not having all that high-tech stuff in the van or even in the car, but it is what it is. And yeah, the kids don't care. We just go for a bit of a drive, went through some muddy puddles again, so they had a bit of fun. But anyway, we'll go see how they're going. How you going, Asta?
Good.
Doing lots of schoolwork? What are we learning about?
Hawksbill sea turtle.
Hawksbill sea turtles, that's pretty cool. How about you, Rooster, in the back there? What are you doing?
Maths.
Maths, fun math stuff. Yes, anyway, so we needed some literature to be able to do some of her research, so yeah, that's why we had to come out and get some internet. But anyway, just one of the things you have to do on the road. So the thing with these campsites is that you've got to you've got to leave by 10 o'clock because there's only a skinny road in, as you saw from the footage. So if you are going out later in the day when everyone's trying to come in, it makes for a bit of fun trying to navigate caravans through there. So yeah, try and get out of here before 10. It's going to be hard for us going around to Pender Bay because it's just around the corner, so there's going to be people trying to get out of Pender Bay and we've got to try and get in, so we're going to have to try and time that right. But anyway, we'll give it a go. Anyway, so that's tomorrow. We're heading off. It's been pretty good here. No luck with the fish, but we've been talking to a lot of people and no one seems to catch them unless you've got a boat, so that leaves us poop out of luck. But anyway, still had fun. Did you guys have a good time?
Yep.
It's good swimming here, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a good little spot. Really enjoy it. It's got some pretty nifty little shower blocks and things like that. Nothing too major. Pretty old school. Does the trick though. Got water and everything too. So we weren't expecting to have water hookup. So we filled up like when we went to town with our water storage. So we've been using it. But yeah, pretty good. I don't think there's power though. Some sites look like they have power, but I think they might just be sneaking in. But anyway, definitely has water, and it's nice, not bore water. It's really nice to drink. So anyway, another good spot.
Shades of grey, living day to day. Even when we're free, it's true. The difference is the same. The colors always change, but the song is the same now. In June, lifting us higher.
Alright, so we made it to Pender Bay. We've been wanting to be here for about a year now.
Yeah.
We finally got in.
We were hoping to come through last year, but we didn't quite get here, did we?
Yeah, so we left Middle Lagoon this morning.
Do you see all our undies hanging up behind us there?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry about that.
That's where our undies are. Pretty much as soon as we got into camp, we had the washing all done. Used the cruiser, trees, rope. Oh, winning. Anyway.
It was good because at Middle Lagoon they have water, so I could do all the washing before we left, and then I just
we hung it out when we got here.
brought it with us and hung it out. Anyway,
that's a van
that's
hack.
not what Pender Bay has on offer.
Van hack 101 is do your washing when you get water, and then hang them out when you don't have water.
Exactly.
And we had a big drive today. We left Middle Lagoon and we drove a total of 7 kilometres. 3 kilometres back out, and then 3.5, and then 3.5 to Pender Bay. So. Big drive, got the batteries recharged, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, it was easy drive. Got in, beautiful spot. We parked up here, what are we, C13?
Yeah.
C13, so we're sort of looking out one of the bays. There's 2 bays here. We're out looking one of those, which is good, up a bit higher. Pretty big spots.
Yeah. All the sites that we've seen are pretty big.
There's
quite a few big caravans in here and everyone's got plenty of space.
Yeah, very rustic sort of spots. They haven't been just perfectly leveled or anything like that, so we've got some awesome levelling things going on there. We've got ramps, we've got chocks of wood, we've got things like that. But anyway, we're level, that's the main thing. And we're all good. You can have fires here, which is good. No drones, which sucks because there's real beautiful coastline here. It would be awesome to have some drone footage of. But anyway, is what it is. Enjoy it without that. Anyway, so yeah, we've got the beach right out the front here, and the kids are down there having a bit of a splash around now, which is good. And got some neighbours there. Yeah, so really good.
So a few things we're going to do here is we're going to head around the cliffs over this side here to a big like cathedral type rock pool. So we might do that tomorrow. You've got to leave 2 hours before low tide so that you can get around the rocks there. There's also a cave around there that you used to be able to walk through, but the land title now states that you can't actually go into the cave, so we're just going to respect that.
And just have a look from the outside.
Yeah, and also around the other bay on the other side here is Love Rock, so we've got to go check out Love Rock as well. This is Pender Bay is quite famous for Love Rock, so that'll be cool.
Exactly, and there's some good fishing spots apparently, so we'll definitely test those out.
Give it a try, see what we can get. Nothing.
Yeah. Anyway.
But anyway, beautiful spot. Absolutely beautiful. Just what we thought it was going to be like.
Yeah,
It's
relaxing.
gorgeous. I really would love to see a humpback whale come through here, but I just think we're just
Too bit early.
in the year, unfortunately.
So we started June at the moment. First week or two in June.
Yeah.
And the humpback season's not till July, August.
Yeah.
So now
Anyway, maybe one day.
one day we'll see one.
Yeah.
But how good's that? Bit of an interesting side note. This morning we witnessed a pretty freak occurrence. We were sitting outside the little cafe at Middle Lagoon there, ready to go to Pender Bay. And this caravan pulled in, old, probably 25, 30-year-old caravan, and parked up. The owners hopped out to go check in, and then we heard this god almighty bang, and it's exploded. Pretty full on. There was a fire inside, all that sort of stuff. It was a pop top, it popped the top up, it blew all the windows out. They were glass windows and they just shattered glass everywhere. Luckily no one was hurt, thankfully. But yeah, the owners then ran back to the van and there was a fire on the bed. And we don't really know the exact reason, but we pretty much can assume that he had a gas bottle inside the caravan, and it was leaking a little bit out of the thread. So he just had it in a milk crate under the bed. It was just a little 4.5 kilo one to go to use for his barbecue. So they've been driving 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours from Broome, and obviously it's just leaked that much. Just filled up the van and something sparked inside and just boof, off she went. So I'll put some photos up. It's pretty gnarly. Talked to the bloke, he's cool with us, telling the story. It's a good awareness thing anyway. So just make sure when you're traveling, turn the gas off. If you've got gas anywhere, it needs to be outside the van, outside your car. Don't carry them in your car, because they can just leak and you won't smell it because it sits really low in the car or in the van, and then boom, up she went. So yeah, that's their holidays ruined now. They've got a rooftop tent, so they're just going to sleep in that. But yeah, that's not what you want when you're in the middle of nowhere or anywhere really. But yeah, gas safety. Just make sure you're doing the right thing, because yeah, it's not worth it. You see a lot of dodgy stuff going on out there, so try and stick to the rules and try and keep your gear in good nick, especially stuff like fuel, gas, things like that. You see people strapping them down to random places with cable ties and things like that, and do the right thing so you don't get hurt. But anyway, that's just a bit of a side note there. That was a freak thing. I've never seen that happen before. But yeah, just luckily no one was hurt. But anyway, let's go check out Pender Bay.
How gorgeous is this looking out here now? So the sun's setting over this way, so the opposite side to the ocean, and it's just the shade is coming through here, and it's looking absolutely beautiful. The colours that are coming off that cliff at the moment are just amazing. Such a beautiful spot. Mark and the boys are down there fishing off the rocks, so hopefully they catch something. You never know. But yeah, it's just beautiful. Such a beautiful place. Alright, so we've had a nice big long walk through here today. We walked sort of from our campsite, which is in the C section, all the way up to the W section campsite, and out to where they used to do the whale observations out there. And then we've walked back along the beach here. It's absolutely beautiful. Great spot for going for a walk.
The tides are pretty high and low too, like they come up quite high and they go out a fair way. So when we do this walk, we're going around to check out the caves, and there's a rock pool. You got to wait till a bit before low tide to go. And you can see why, because like the tides are huge. Like they go out a fair bit. But anyway, so uncovering a lot of cool stuff when the tide goes out.
Yeah, it's really nice.
also be able to see all the lost lures and things that we've got.
Go back and find
Go back and find the lures that we've lost on the rocks. No, it's very cool. Lots of awesome colours. As you can see, the reds, whites of the sand, blue of the water. It's just perfect.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Love it.
Beautiful spot.
Alright, so we've had a little mishap here. Ari's down there playing on the rocks and with Rafe, and they've had a little bit of a spill. Ari's gone to put his hand down to stop himself falling, and he's cut himself on the rocks there. So they are a bit sharp out there, so you've got to be careful. One good thing to have is obviously a first aid kit and things like that. We've got the luxury of having a nurse as mum and wife, so that's good. So
Aren't you lucky?
we've got a little bit of a medical station going on here. We've got Ari, the patient. Let's have a look. Some people might get a bit grossed out by that, but it's a nice little cut. But he's being super brave, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, he's got a lollipop. That's helping him out. He stole it out of my stash. I'm a bit upset about that, but anyway, you cheeky boy.
I have to call the lollipops.
Yeah. But we've just got a big first aid kit. Obviously, we've just got a lot of stuff that you need on a trip. We've got a lot of stuff that you probably wouldn't need, but it's always good to have it. So make sure you get a good first aid kit, bandages, all that sort of stuff, antiseptic stuff. We use it a fair bit because we got lots of cuts, lots of scratches. Problem with having boys. Anyway, you can hear him, he's having a good old time over here. Poor fella. Anyway, how's the Serenity? How's that? That looks so much better. Bit better? Yeah. No, it's not going to be perfect, but that's still super good.
Gonna need a whole lot more lollipops, Daddy.
So what are we doing here, Mum? We're just doing some, what do we got? Steri strips.
Yeah, they are steri strips. Good job.
There you go. See, I'm almost a nurse.
Now, you've heard of bush mechanics. This is bush medics. I don't have very many non-adhesive dressings left, so I've got a big micropore that I just have to cut a bit off. And then I'll put some Fix 'em all over the whole top of it, and that should keep us fairly contained, at least to try and let it realign and heal up nicely.
Obviously the only bad thing about this on a kid is on a hand is they do a lot of these ones and a lot of that ones and a lot of let's play in the mud and in the dirt, so we're gonna have to try and keep that super clean. Hey Ari. Yeah. Yow! What was that?
Look at that.
That's such a cool looking bandage.
That'll keep you going for a little bit, won't it?
Just try not to bend it too much, okay?
Ari,
Just try and keep it. How's that? How's the patient? Good?
How'd Mummy go?
better.
Would you come back to me again?
Yes.
Oh, good. High five. Love your work.
Alright, now where's your Medicare card? We don't bulk bill, buddy. You need some cash up. Cash up.
No. Look, Ari,
Lucky.
Mum's got to do mine now.
Alright, good job, Mum. How's the Serenity?
Now we're doing that to Taiwan.
Oh, don't hit you goose. Let's have a look at your hand. Look at that, all bandaged up. We're good to go.
Let's
so
try
hopefully
and
that
keep it
stays clean and dry. And we're not going to go playing on the rocks for a little time, are we?
Pick your nose with it.
No, don't pick your nose with it.
I don't
All right, good job, buddy. You did good.
You did very well, darling. Good job. You're all fixed.
All right, now, Dad, like I say, I was on a big fish when that happened, and I had to let it go. So I'm going to go try and catch it again. Good work, team. And Rafie, here's a special shout out because he grabbed him from the rocks and he pulled him up. Saved him, so
I saved him.
good big brother.
What about my lollipop?
Well, you
Anyway.
are eating your lollipops. Let's continue.
Fun on the road.
Yep.
I'm gonna have my lollipop.
Gotta love the first aid kit.
It's only a small one too. We've got about 3 of them. So we're going for a walk down to Loveheart Rock, which is in the second bay, or the one next to where we're...
This is actually Pender Bay, I think.
This is actually Pender Bay?
Yeah.
Alright, well it's actually Pender Bay. But it's not the bay that we're looking at, so I'm going to call it the second bay. Anyway, we're going to check it out. It's up around the corner here. We just walk down. It's all on beach. You just got to apparently wait for low tide, but
Well, high tide was right up here.
high tide looks pretty high. But anyway, so we can go check it out. We were going to do the rock pools, but because Ari hurt his hand, he was not in the best way. He's sort of more low now.
He's perfectly fine now.
Goose mode engaged. Anyway, we're going to check this rock out. It's a big Loveheart. It looks like a big Loveheart.
It does look like a big love
I
heart.
think that's why they call it Loveheart Rock.
There's a good chance.
What have we caught here, Dad?
Oh, look, here's Esther.
We've got some fish. A
Red
red-spotted emperor
and a
is it
red throat emperor.
red throat, something. Yeah.
Anyway, good size.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of rocks out there, so there's a lot of snags out there. So we're catching both sausage sizzles and fish.
Sausage sizzle. So Esther's got the rod out now, and even she's got herself a nice little emperor too. So it's turned out it hasn't been a bad little fishing spot. She's quite excited that she was able to reel that in. She said it was a bit of a fighter fish. So yeah, it's a cool little spot for fishing. Oh, looks like she's on again. Hang on a second. Woohoo! Gotta love it. Gotta love fresh fish.
All right. So we're doing the rock pool walk and the cave that you're not allowed to go into, but you can look at from the outside walk. We're all decked out in our fashionable footwear attire.
Looks so cool in these shoes.
The kids got them all on too. We have used these reef shoes before. I think we used them in Caravan and a few other places where it just gives you a little bit of extra protection, especially we've already had Ari cut his hand open on these rocks and everything, so a little bit extra never hurt. But yeah, so we're going to do the walk. It's low tide, well it's just before low tide. It's gone out a fair way since this morning. But anyway, we'll head around the point here, and then there's a bit of rock scrambling and beach walking to get over, and then we'll check this rock pool out.
I think we might be checking it out with about 20 other people though. We've just watched like groups of people
Yeah,
walk
so
past us, so
it might be a
Might not be
warm
very
rock
secluded.
pool. It might be a bit of a body heat in there and other things. So anyway, we'll go check it out.
Get a pea soup.
Yummy. All right, here it is, the rock pool. So every high tide this comes in and gets flushed out. You can sort of see the high tide line up there, which is amazing how much water comes in here. It's a pretty nice little swim, just refreshing. And it's only about 850 meters from that point where we walked around. So yeah, not too bad. Pretty cool little spot. And yeah, we'll head back now. The tide's starting to turn and it's coming back in, so we better head off before we run out of beach. Very cool.
Taylor's going to come and sabotage.
I just remembered I didn't lock the car and the sun's going down. We get back there and the car doesn't start. Well, no one will see this anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. If somebody finds this, what's happened to us?
Yeah. All right, new episode time. We're here on the way into the... Yeah, we're going. Middle Lagoon. Start again.
That's gross.
But how good's the spot?